Hey, how you going? I'm back. Um, I've got the Australian Open on in the background. I'm just watching that right now. The bird's chilling. There he is. And I'm with my cat, Ali. She's just found a nice spot next to me. And I'm just chilling. It's about 35 degrees outside. And like it's hot and these houses they're built of gyprock, so the heat just penetrates and yeah, it's the Australian sun, mate. It penetrates these rooms, and then the heat it sort of sits in here and then it never goes. That's the thing. It doesn't go. So that's the problem. But I'm fine. I'm on my bed and I've eaten some food today. I'm probably gonna have some more food soon. And yeah, I'm just on my phone, just writing thoughts down on phones. And yeah, I'm listening to Jorge Ben Hor, who's anyways, like people who are really important to me in my life, actually, like these people who I resonate with. I love them, and I drive myself to think about my that because they drive me to think about who I am. You know what I mean? Maybe as a guy, or just they drive me to think about who I want to be. Which is nice, but we got to live, and maybe that's the thought I'm having right now is just like keeping yourself going. And like today, I've had a shower. I can't really exercise, but yesterday I went to Cronulla. Like I look good. I feel okay. See my head. I got a lot of blood in my. I got a lot of blood going. I feel like a good skin. Crazy when you do that, eh? But like, I'm holding a bit of water. Can you see that? Naturally, I hold water in my face. I was chubby as a child. Now I'm not chubby, but I hold water. It's weird. I hold water. It doesn't look like it, but I do. And when I eat food, it expands. It's weird or something. I don't know. But see how my hair's dry, but I'm feeling like a bit sunburnt, so my skin's a little bit like rubbery. It's weird. That's why you don't spend time in the sun. Fucks up your skin. That's why you gotta wear fucking sunscreen. And that's why when you go out in the sun and you think you're having fun, that bitch out there screaming, sorry, pardon my language, the sun, he doesn't play games. He doesn't play games. And now this video is gonna go for 10 minutes. Um, you know what I mean? The sun doesn't play games. And like yesterday I knew it was hot, and I knew that if I spent too much time in the sun, I was gonna get burnt. And literally I got out of the sun enough, but like I didn't get burnt. I got tanned, but my skin feels like rubbery. And you know what? I don't like that, man. And because like your skin, like if you got nice skin, like we live in a hot place. Australia's hot, man. Like it gets really hot, but it cools down. You just gotta pick and choose days. Like even in winter, some days in winter will kill you. Some days in winter are beautiful here, but like in the on the extreme days, you can't be outside. That's how crazy it is. But if you do go outside and you don't wear sunscreen, you have to go to a cafe or just stay at home with the air conditioner and or like take a bath. You know what I mean? Like honestly, it's crazy because right now when I think about things like January, hottest time of the year in for summer in southern hemisphere, wherever you are, like you think about some places, the water's like cold, it's hot, and like the ice cream trucks are going around, and I look like a clown. No, like, and the Melbourne Cup's on, and the bathtub's right there, and like, it's natural to feel like you want to get out, you want to enjoy, but you just gotta like remember, like, you're out in the elements. There was a shift of weather change, and yesterday was really hot, but also the wind started picking up. And it's like I'm not like a person who goes out of their way to like structure my routine around like how the weather changes and stuff. But when I go out, when you're at the beach and you're noticing shit, you just gotta listen to yourself. You know what I mean? You just gotta go, mate, like, it's hot outside. I feel this wind coming on. It's extremely hot. I feel like the change. It's a stability uncontrollable. You know what I mean? Instability right now. And like I got out of the sun, I had to come home. But like I tell you what, some days they're just crazy. And like it was beautiful yesterday, Arvo. I did some stuff yesterday, Arvo. But like, isn't it funny how we're so if we're not in tune with ourselves, with our bodies, and stuff, like you can actually hurt yourself. But like that's adaptation, you know, and like that's why us Caucasians, you know, we come to places like Australia. I'm Caucasian, right? But no doubt, like the skin will change. You know why? Because if the sun, if the sorry, if the technology doesn't change and we don't, so if we choose to keep going outside and we don't, and the mindset is we don't change our thoughts when it comes to sun protection and like stuff like that, the skin won't get damaged, but it will change over time. That's why you find, like in the hot climates, although you know what, man, like I don't believe global warming, but sometimes I'm just like, damn, we're too far south to be this hot. You know what I mean? And like, it's freaking hot outside. But Australia's a hot country. Even in places like the southern parts of Australia, like the Nullarbor in South Australia, they call it. It's not the southernmost part, but like in South Australia, where you have like they call it the Australian Bight, it's actually on the same horizontal plane as, I don't know what the degree is or anything, but it's on the same plane as us. So you get that heat across there, like Perth, South Australia, and New South Wales on the same like horizontal plane. I don't know like what angle, but like the thing that changes is that nothing changes. Actually, nothing changes, and it's I don't know this for sure, but the heat actually like it spreads equally as but it spreads equally across but the heat's such a big thing, and so is the cold, but cold is more of a climate thing. Like hot temperatures I think are different. Staying on getting off topic here a little bit, I think, but like no, but like, you know, like if we all stay inside, we stay out of the sun, you like the sun has the benefits of going outside, but I tell you what, if you know something and you're aware of it, you should tell people. So I'm gonna predict right now, I know this is crazy, but actually I don't need to, but we're gonna have some good weather coming up. Yesterday was a big change in the weather. We had the northerlies come through, and we had a shift in the weather pattern. It has shifted. I know that because I've been following it recently, but I'm just gonna say yesterday was really hot. Today's also very hot, but yesterday was extreme because we had a wind shift and we had a rise of temperature. But today's hotter than yesterday, but it's less windy and it's a more of a consistent type because the weather patterns are more consistent where I am. 8 minutes in, let's keep going. To 10 minutes, let's keep going. I should work for the bureaucracy of meteorology in Australia because they could use this. But all I do is I jump on SwellNet, I follow the swell trade, the trade winds, the trade swells, and you can usually tell what the temperature's doing, why the temperature's doing what it's doing to you, just because the waves are changing. That's something that I've been picking up recently, and that's interesting. You know what I mean? But like, you know what they say, don't tell everyone your thoughts because sometimes people are out to get you or some shit like that. Nah, but like I don't really want to work for the bureaucracy of meteorology, but yeah, like you just gotta like continue going. I mean, I want to do other things, but I'm scared. So I just think like I stop myself because I just go, you know, like what's the effing point? And like, you know, but then I look outside today, I just go, you know, what's the point? You know what I mean? I'm just a starfish. I'm just a starfish, mate. Like I'm a crustacean. I'm a freaking, you know what it's a sandbox. We're living in a sandbox, and I'm a dough. I'm a bit of Play-Doh in a sandbox, with the sand stuck on it and shit. And I'm running up the freaking, anyways, probably doesn't make sense. But when I was in Gaimea public school, Kirrawee public school, I went to Cronulla yesterday, and it got me feeling some type of way. So, I'm just going to say this now. I'm going to be on the bureaucracy of meteorology, of bureaucrat, of the Murostats of fucking meteorology. I'm talking shit, man. I'm talking balls. Ali. Hello. She's a space naut. She's a space naut. She's an astro cadet. She's a neurologist. She's an astronaut, space cadet, cat neurologist as well. Ancha. Yes, yeah. Hello. Cats, we used to worship cats. Like, not me, like us, but like, yeah, in ancient civilizations, we used to think they were gods. No, we used to worship them as deities, I'm pretty sure. Because they exist. We can't really say that they're a god if they exist naturally. So they were probably a deity. I'm just spitting facts. I thought I'd make this video today because I wanted to say, like, hello. And I can say what I want right now. So I just felt like doing that. Just saying some random stuff. And I mean, it's just facts. But like, you just gotta like say what's on your mind sometimes. And like, this is one of those times. Yeah, I don't drink. I'm not smoking. I exercise every day. Kind of. I get outside every day. I do an activity every day. Yeah, I go out a lot, and I do a lot of stuff. But like, that's me. That's who I am. You know what I mean? And I like doing that kind of shit. Yeah, this is it. This is me right now, and like, I like to sit down with myself and like actually lock in. I want to sit down. I want to start a voice. I want to have a voice of opinion. When opinion matters, and you know what I mean. And I think it's crucial for, if you feel like you have something to say it. Whether it's, yeah, like just whatever it is, like just say what you're feeling. And having a voice and an opinion makes your voice be heard, and you want that sometimes. Sometimes you just want to be heard. You know what I mean? And you want to be understood. And you want to be understood in the way that makes sense to people in this world that we are living in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But doing that ain't easy. Doing it's not easy. Unfortunately, it's not hard to feel bad about yourself. Yeah, it's bad to feel hard about who you are. Yeah, bad to feel hard about who you are. You know what I mean? And like, but like, you got to speak your truths, whether that's just how you feel or how you're going or how you feel about how you're going, whatever you're feeling about, you just got to think about where you are in this life and just push it. Push it, lock in, son. Go there, be that person you're trying to be, and speak your voice and be yourself and love yourself. Be happy in your thoughts and make it a reflective idea that you act upon by moving. You know what I mean? In the ocean, like, if you want to be a fish, do it. If you want to be a dolphin, be that squeaky toy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Immensulate it. Propose situational dissection. Be it, love it, endure it, feel it. Peace.